All right, everybody, welcome back. You know what time it is. Time to jump into another deep dive.
Yes, indeed.
And today we're looking at this really interesting idea,
Oh, yeah.
this idea of like correction, of
Uh,
corruption,
right.
and a new era. Like, is there a new era of less corruption?
Yeah.
And we're using this blog post, Correction to Corruption, A New Era,
Okay.
by Kenton Patterson.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he's pretty well known in these circles.
Mm-hmm.
From the blog Future Tech Wise.
Okay. I know that one.
Yeah, and it's just this like, is this just some wishful thinking, or is there
Yeah.
something real here?
Could be.
It's a really compelling thought.
For sure.
So,
Well, I mean, this blog post, it
yeah.
really leans into, like, technology being the solution, you know?
Yeah.
Patterson, he seems to believe that these new technologies, especially blockchain, AI,
Yeah,
yeah,
mentions those a lot.
those are really going to be the things that help.
Yeah. Fight against corruption.
It's almost like tech is going to come in and save the day.
Right.
He specifically calls out blockchain being used for, like, transparent transactions.
Right.
And then AI for, like, real-time fraud detection.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Is it really that revolutionary? Is that
I think so.
okay?
I mean, think about it this way. Imagine you're trying to track like a bribe through all these shell companies.
Right.
Maybe in like the Cayman Islands or something.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day, that was basically impossible,
Yeah, like finding a needle in a haystack.
Totally. It's just,
Poof, gone.
yeah, like, good luck, right?
Yeah.
But now,
Yeah.
with blockchain,
That's all right there.
it's right there. It's permanent.
Yeah.
It's the
a
lot.
trail
A trail.
that can't be erased.
It's all
Yeah.
recorded. You can verify everything.
It's like a detective's dream, you know?
Yeah.
You can finally follow the money. Exactly, and that makes it
Yeah.
way harder for corruption to, like...
Hide in the shadows.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so
Mhm.
we got blockchain for transparency.
Transparency.
What about AI? Can AI actually, like, outsmart these corrupt people?
Well, think about it. You know, the blog post
Yeah.
talks about AI being able to look at just massive,
Yeah.
huge amounts of data,
Right.
way more than a human can.
Yeah.
And it can find patterns that,
Yeah.
like, you or I would never see.
Right.
So, for example, like financial transactions,
All right.
you could have AI scanning through
Millions of them.
millions, billions,
Wow.
looking for anything suspicious
Yeah.
in real time.
Human auditors, they could never do that.
Oh, no way.
It's like-
too much.
It's like having a million auditors,
a million, yeah.
all with, like, superpowers or something,
Right.
working all the time,
Yeah,
24/7.
24/7.
Wow.
And not just that, I mean, AI, it's not just about catching the bad guys after they've already done something.
Right.
You can use it to prevent corruption, too,
Oh,
by identifying, like, high-risk situations
okay.
or even, like, individuals
Oh, wow.
before anything even goes wrong.
So, like, predicting.
Yeah, kind of like predicting. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so AI, yeah,
Powerful stuff.
very powerful.
Yeah.
Patterson in this blog post,
Yeah.
he seems really, like, excited about this company.
Oh, yeah.
ONPASSIVE?
Passive,
I
yeah.
don't know if you've heard of them.
I have. Yeah, they're doing some really interesting things.
Yeah, he mentions them a lot.
Okay.
And it's like they're using AI
Okay.
to bring more ethical practices
Oh, wow.
to businesses and governments and communities.
That's a big claim.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Is ONPASSIVE really the solution?
Well, it's great that companies like ONPASSIVE are working on this stuff, you know. But
Yeah.
the blog, it kind of seems to, like, oversell it a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, ONPASSIVE is great,
Yeah.
but it's not a cure-all,
Right.
corruption. It's a systemic issue.
It's so ingrained.
Yeah, it's not just like one bad apple.
Right.
It's the whole barrel sometimes.
Yeah, so you're thinking it's more about like a systemic
Yeah, it's got to be systemic.
kind of shift.
You need strong laws,
Yeah.
ethical leadership,
Oh, yeah.
a culture that just rejects corruption.
Like across the board.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Top to bottom.
Yeah.
So
The technology, that's just a tool.
It's a tool. It's a powerful tool.
Okay.
But it's just one part.
One part of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
The blog does talk about this kind of cultural shift that's happening.
Oh, yeah.
And it mentions how, people are demanding more transparency now.
Mm-hmm.
than ever before.
For sure. For sure.
And social media, with whistleblowers and stuff.
Yeah. It's like...
It's harder to hide?
It's harder to hide now.
Yeah.
So corruption is getting exposed.
Left and right.
Left and right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Is this like a real turning point?
That's a good question.
Or is this just a trend?
Well,
is it going to fade away?
Throughout history, you see how public pressure really forces change.
Right.
You think about the civil rights movement, the fight for, protecting the environment.
Right, right.
When enough people say, enough is enough.
Yeah.
We need something better.
Yeah.
Things start to change.
They got to listen then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But it takes,
It takes time.
It takes time. It takes effort.
Continued effort.
Sustained effort.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can't just...
Can't let up.
Let up.
No.
Right. You got to keep the pressure on.
Keep the pressure on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
yeah,
the blog goes on to talk about AI actually being used to fight corruption.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it sounds like something straight out of like a sci-fi movie.
Okay.
Like, AI monitoring finances,
right.
fact-checking politicians.
Oh, wow.
Even helping everyday people like avoid scams.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. But, I mean, you got to think about, you got to consider the downsides, right?
Oh, for sure.
But what happens if these tools,
they
end up in the wrong hands,
Right.
What if, like, a corrupt government
Yeah.
gets a hold of this.
Yeah.
They could use it for, like, surveillance.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, control.
Yeah.
They could use it to spread misinformation.
Yeah. It's like, it's a double-edged sword, kind of.
It is, totally.
Yeah, it's like any powerful tool.
Mm-hmm.
You can use it for good.
Yeah.
Or you can use it for evil.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be careful.
Definitely. And we need safeguards in place,
Yeah, for sure.
Make sure AI is being used.
Like.
Ethically, yeah.
Responsibly.
Yeah, responsibly, yeah. So after all this, what's the takeaway here?
Well, I think the blog, it ends with a call to action.
Okay.
Personal responsibility.
Okay.
We can all do our part.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Choose integrity.
Right.
In your own life.
Right.
Demand transparency.
In the institutions, yeah.
From the institutions, from your leaders.
Right.
Hold them accountable.
Yeah. And like, even the small actions, they can have a big impact.
They can make a difference, yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
So the blog really focuses on how we fight corruption.
Yeah.
But what if we could prevent it?
Ooh, interesting.
In the first place. Like what kind of changes do we need to make it so corruption doesn't even really happen?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
Really is.
Something to think about. A lot to think about.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
Ah, thanks for having me.
It's been really thought-provoking.
Yeah, it has. Absolutely.
So, for everyone listening out there, keep thinking about this stuff.
It's important.
Yeah, it really is. And we'll be back next week.
See you then.
With another deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
All right, take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.